Hi, my name is Norm Strauss, and welcome to my guitar tutorial series. The idea behind these tutorials came to me from people coming to me after my concerts and sitting me down and asking if I could teach them a certain riff or a certain song that they had heard through the concert, and which I was glad to do. And some of them even started bringing iPhones and their smartphones and videotaping me. So I thought, wouldn't it be great if I could just have something online for them to refer back to? So that's kind of the idea behind these tutorials. It's more for fingerstyle players or people who want to learn how to play fingerstyle guitar. And for those of you who've been playing guitar for a while, you'll know already that it's not really about learning a song. It's about learning a new finger pattern or a new rhythm that will open up ideas for your own playing, for your own songwriting and guitar playing. So again, welcome. I hope we can learn something together, and I hope you enjoy. Welcome back. This is Patrick's song, and it goes like this. And they came, pirate ships on autumn winds, after Rome had abandoned us that year. And I feared I would never see my home again. Oh, it is said the end of earth is Ireland, and the ground holds no promise there for a slave to people of a foreign tongue. Just like a stone that cast into the mire, where God alone can recognize His worth. All alone, waiting for a sign. Despair can be the place of rebirth now. Oh, 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 So as you can see, this song is really based on a melodic line that goes through the verse, and the notes for that go like this. And now when I'm singing the song, the melody touches on these notes that I'm playing in the guitar, and then suddenly you will have a harmony note to that. But the basic line goes like this on the guitar. I'll slow that down. And there's a little hammer on there. Now these notes are played once again with this droning bass note or root note. Sometimes I'll play it like this with this finger here. Sometimes I'll hook my thumb around there and play it like this, which frees up all these other fingers. But usually I try to play it like this. And while that droning note is going just on the note, it just remains as steady as you possibly can. Play it on the beat like that. And then your other fingers will play the melody. I'll slow that down. just repeats. And then there's another line that uses this melody as, or this is the melody of the next line. But it's played kind of using this droning note on the bass in between those notes. So the pattern is like this. So it's a slightly different pattern than on the other notes. And the beginning note, the very first note of the phrase is the actual melody, which you play with your thumb and your finger both at the same time. So it's and then when it goes into before the chorus, it goes to an E minor shape like this and a rake. So I'll play that whole pattern again slowly. You have to go to the next pattern. Now you notice I have my thumb hooked around that note. It works, but it is a little awkward because now when I go to my next phrase, I actually have to switch fingers. So if you can, get into the habit of playing it with this finger. It goes a lot more smoothly. So again, that little pattern there. Thumb is always playing that root note, always. And then when it gets to the chorus, now you play your E minor with your rake, as I said before. Now this pattern changes a little bit. Now you're playing more or less this very, very simple pattern like this. You have to play this with your thumb hooked over the note like that. And if I speed it up, it sounds like this. I'll try to play that a bit cleaner. So if I'm singing it, just like a stone cast upon the mire, where God only knows the worth. Something like that. And you can make up your own riffs there. I'm just showing you kind of what I do. When I get to that F style chord, the thumb is still playing here. But I kind of using these two fingers, accent those two strings first and then move it down to the next two strings and then the next two strings. So the whole thing sounds like this. So you get to make use of that, the whole breadth of this of the strings. And it just makes better use of all the strings instead of just playing on a couple strings. Again, a little quicker. And slower. It's also one of these songs that I very rarely play the same twice. So I think once you get the general patterns, you can even add your own flourishes and your own accents to make it interesting for you. And with all of these songs, the idea is to make a solo guitar sound interesting. That's the whole purpose of, paying attention to the patterns and stuff. And that's it. That's kind of the meat and potatoes of this particular song, Patrick's song. Thank you very much.